Today we'll be examining the helicopter accident over Hudson Bay, where 6 people tragically lost their lives. 5 from one family, 2 parents and 3 kids, along with the helicopter pilot. Certain factors have been voiced as the culprits, so we look at that. Obviously, this charts in the realm of anxiety inducing. I was on a helicopter myself, um, and that was unnerving, thinking a variety of things. And yeah,
As
it
we're having
was
this
concerned.
conversation, we want to warn our viewers. We are getting some video of the moment of impact. This is disturbing video. We do want to show you, as we do know this investigation is just going to get
look at
underway.
that.
Wow.
That would suggest to me they had lost all aerodynamic forward momentum. That is just astonishing. Very often in helicopter crashes, they try to auto-rotate down. In other words, they try to use the blades as almost a feathering device that allows them to land safely. That is completely out of control. That is going down like a rock. I don't see any air. And look at that. It looks as if, maybe as you play it, are the blades moving or not? It almost looked like...
I don't think the blades are moving, and I can see some debris came off already. I'm no aeronautical expert, but that does not look like a craft that is worthy of flight at this point in time. The tail section is gone. I don't know if that's what's going to be coming down in some of these other areas here that I see. Right around here is an area, and this is the actual plane, helicopter, and then you have some debris that you will see
blades
along the way.
It's hard to tell. I'm not sure those blades are moving.
Those blades are not moving
That
for
kind of
certain.
evidence is what investigators will be looking for to give them into any
And there
clue
see some more pieces
at
there
all into what happened.
as they come down.
And keep in mind, they don't want to just solve this particular...
So this has been cited. Air bumping has been cited as a reason. Mass bumping, sorry. So we'll look at that a little bit.
Mast bumping. Mast bumping is a
This is
problem
from
which occurs
ultralight helicopters. This is complements their broadcast. The other broadcast was complements NBC News with the footage of the craft falling.
only with teetering rotor head systems, such as those found on the Robinson R-22.
This was done 11 months ago, so this is before this accident occurred.
Condition in which excessive flapping causes the internal edge of the rotor hub to contact the rotor mast. In extreme cases, it can cause the head to separate from the mast. Excessive flapping can be caused by any of the following: gusty wind conditions, sudden and abrupt attitude changes, sudden and abrupt cyclic inputs, sideways flight at or near maximum speed, and flight under low or negative G conditions. Provided the aircraft is handled properly, flapping in normal flight conditions will come nowhere near the extreme angles needed for the head to bump the mast. In other words, the most common cause of mast bumping is pilot error.
The most common reason for almost any accident is pilot error, driver error, human error in general. So you also have to always be careful.
Fixed-wing pilots converting to helicopters are probably the most likely to cause a mast bumping incident. They will have a natural tendency to make large cyclic inputs when a relatively rapid flight path change is needed. For example, to avoid a bird strike. In this context, a push-over maneuver could easily lead to mast bumping. Avoidance. The simplest and best way to avoid the risk of mast bumping is to fly smoothly and to avoid abrupt control inputs. If you find yourself in a low G situation, apply gentle backcyclic to reload the rotor disc. using the cyclic until the aircraft is again under positive G.
Okay, so that kind of takes us into where that incident occurred. This
Now
is
to
a
new
further
video of the horrific helicopter crash
investigation.
into New York's Hudson River and what it reveals. Investigators looking
Moving on
closely at the new
fast.
images as divers recover pieces of the aircraft. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
New video obtained by ABC
This is Confluence 13 News now, and they got their footage from ABC News.
News showing that doomed sightseeing helicopter twisting.
As you can see, it's going down, and debris is coming off of the craft. Two pieces already fell off, and it's going down
In
quickly.
the air before
And more
breaking
to come.
apart and dropping out of the sky. Federal safety investigators now poring over the wreckage, and the Army Corps of Engineers helping salvage pieces still in the water. And tonight, the NTSB is investigating reports of a large flock of birds in the area and is appealing.
Right, as you have seen that last video, is one of the key elements of mass bumping or reasons for it would be avoidance of bird strikes and what's not. So the pilot may have made a quick maneuver which exceeded the aeronautical capabilities of the craft, and therefore it led to a mass bumping and catastrophic outcomes.
To the public for help.
If you want to contact us because you believe.
So that is my take. There was a flock of birds, most likely. The pilot tried to avoid them. It's not just one bird. It's like if there's a flock, I try to avoid them, and it exceeded the capabilities of the craft. There may have been also some wind, as well, but it led to that catastrophic incident that we just saw. Rest in peace to all who lost their lives, and God bless.